Ho, 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 ho. Hello there. I invite you to tune in to this live stream, which is broadcasted from cold Stockholm, Sweden. And to be honest with you, it's so cold here, I really don't know what else you can do but to play guitar, which is a good thing because I love playing guitar. So anyway, back to making sense again, whatever that is. I'm gonna be practicing. I want to do a little afternoon practice session. We all should, so you should tune in, you should practice with me, and we can hang out and have some good fun, hopefully. So let's tune into my little drum machine. And yeah, I'm so freaking cold, it's probably gonna take me some time before we can have truly fun, but just to remind you, we should all warm up slowly anyway, so that's the only way to do it, regardless of whether it's minus 14 outside or not. And I don't know how cold it's inside, but it's pretty freaking cold as well. Shrinkzilla is back. Raymond Addict, what's up? Gotta shred a little bit in E major as well. It doesn't have to be minor. So I started off in minor, but then you could hear me sounding a bit more happy. Raymond Addict, I've been playing for over 30 years. Thanks for asking. We got Alexander from YouTube. What's up? Oh, I'm ready. Hey there, Mark. I just lost myself. I wasn't ready, I guess. Yeah, I'm not ready for that either, so let's warm up a little bit more. Batman is back. Gene, what's up? Miguel, I'm very jealous of your warm night, man. Freaking freezing here. The only way is to get the temperature. The only way to get the temperature up is to shred. So that's what we're gonna do. Tino from Indonesia, what's up? Yards, what's up? Oh, Mark, it lifted your spirit. Was that the instrumental video I posted? Awesome, man. So I do publish a little bit of music content that isn't really suited for anything but YouTube. So maybe check out my YouTube if you're interested, but I'll think of some way to get it up on the other platforms as well. So we have a question by Alexander. Should I get a 6-string or a 7-string guitar? If you ask me, it's a 6-string. I have no interest in 7-string guitars at all yet. Maybe I will someday. I would like maybe like a baritone guitar, but still a 6-string. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna whisper this, but I really want a 5-string guitar. I don't know if that's okay. Are you allowed to want 5-string guitars? Maybe that's wrong of me, but I want a 5-string guitar. So that's my dream. But there aren't that many out there. I guess there are some now. Before there was none, but yeah, so maybe 5-string guitar, but never a 7-string, and definitely not an 8-string. So, you know, like longer scale, but otherwise, yeah. 6-string is the shit. I'm glad you guys heard me. So which string would I remove? I would remove the lowest string for one guitar. I would have that as my lead instrument, and then I would do the opposite maybe for another guitar. But if I only had one, I would definitely remove the 5th string, and I would have it as my lead guitar. The reason I want a 5-string is because if you've ever tried like a Fender jazz bass, if you know, like a 4-string bass, if you know how nice it is to just grab it like this, it's totally natural. The wider a neck is, the more you have to lean into this kind of posture, and I hate that. It's not natural, and you know, you get tensed up, and you have to fight the neck in a way that you don't need to if the neck is really small, and you can hold it like you would hold another body part. I'm not even allowed to say this on YouTube, yet I almost said it. That's crazy. Spela Malmsten stil, Cliffs of Dover, so many requests. Like I knew how to do that when I'm not even warmed up. You guys are killing me. To do something about the sound though, I don't like it. I want another Pearson Hyper B. What's that? Okay, let's try some more, see if sound is better. Left-handed, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Or ask my friends. Sorry, A.G. Ramos, I have no idea what the difference is timing in Mean Street Intro. Sorry. I don't do any cover songs. Mostly I don't know the cover songs, and I haven't played them for like 20 years. Oh, Pearson Hyper B guitar from New Zealand. Okay, cool. Never heard about them. Sounds like fun. Let's see. I'm trying to play stuff that's too difficult for me now. I'm gonna have to warm up a little bit more. warm up. This is it. I don't know any Korean ballad style. Sorry, man. Fluid, you like it? Thank you, Yard. Screw this sound, I hate it. I'm gonna change the mode here. It's gonna sound totally different. Let's see. Maybe today is a bad sound day, just like you can have a bad guitar or a bad hair day. I never have bad hair days though. Sorry, just kidding. I don't have any hair left. How could I have a bad hair day? But I'm hiding it. You guys would never know how freaking bald I am, and that's thanks to my gray hat, which I never take off. So I don't even know myself how bald I am. Not fun. Okay. We have a question by John Ortiz. What's up, my man? From Facebook, asking, can you demonstrate the melodic minor scale? Maybe a couple of licks. Very cool, very cool. Oh, the Scream instrumental. You might be the same way. Music's one of the only things I'm... Oh, cool. So Mark Ello likes my new instrumental track called Scream. Thank you so much, man. I'm going to be breaking it down on the GMC website very soon. So if you want to get the tabs and stuff like that. Please say you're not running a Kemper. I'm not running a Kemper. There, I said it. And I don't do it because I run a Mesa Boogie Mark V. The hair is beautiful. Thank you so much. The little bit sticking out, I like it. So, Luke Banov, what's up? Some melodic minor. Let's do a little bit melodic minor. See here. Fried Chicken from Twitch, what's up? I don't do any song requests. I do other types of requests. So right now, John Ortiz from Facebook is asking me how my hair is so beautiful. No, just kidding. He's asking me how to play these melodic minor licks. And since I'm not even warmed up yet, I'm trying to warm up with them. So if you just give me another minute and I'll show you something. So I'm in E now, or whatever. D something, I guess, but the point is I'm playing in the position on the 12th fret here. And I fail there. That's Dorian. No, is it? No, it's not Dorian. It is melodic minor, sorry. Okay, but I don't think you're gonna really hear how it sounds. The head should not be hairy, you should know. Heads are hairy, aren't they? Maybe you're referring to something else. No idea what you're speaking about. So I think what we're gonna do here is show you a little bit of melodic minor with the pentatonic scale. And the reason that is cool is because you can really, I think most people recognize the sound of the pentatonic scale, and if you throw in a little bit of melodic minor there, it's gonna sound so wrong, but also possibly cool if you do it right, which I can't guarantee, but we'll try. Aha! Need to practice one. But let's say you have this pentatonic lick. So anything involving, the 12th fret here, 12, 15. And you want to throw in some melodic minor. So one thing that I like to do is just to play on the B string, 16, 14, 12. So you can be in the middle of your pentatonics. Throw in that. That's going to sound so jazzy and so fusion, but the trick is obviously to do it just a little bit, because if you overdo it, it's just going to sound wrong. Let's try it. Oh yeah, we got my man, James Cameron, what's up? So, melodic minor, it's a weird scale, but it's the kind of thing you start playing when you've been doing minor scale and pentatonic scale for like decades, and you start, being a little bit exhausted of how it sounds. It always sounds perfect, it always sounds right. So then you start looking for like other options. And melodic minor is a cool option, but also just playing any outside notes, because we only have 12 notes to choose from. So if you need to choose another scale to get bad notes, then you're probably just playing any of the remaining notes, so you don't have to think in terms of scales. Kinley, fan from Bhutan. So what I like to do, Dead man's wife, no problem. I just was too slow to freaking understand the joke. But again, I'm gonna ask a friend about it. So you could either just play like the E melodic minor scale, and if you don't know that, it's like the E minor scale. So we could start from like 15 on the high E string, 15, 14, 12, but then we're gonna do 16, 14, 12. Those are the bad notes, and then it's just the minor scale again. So so 16, 14, 12 on the B string, and then just play your E minor pentatonic. And that's going to give you the essence of the sound of the melodic minor. If you can make that work, then you can start playing the scale diagram up and down if that's what you want to do. I don't like that, but some like that. Can I ask you, bro, if you have a lick, how you practice and make it fast? Good question. Let's practice a little bit here. I'm just trying to get into the groove here. Yeah, we got my man Deben. Ooh, fusion licks. Lots of cool requests here. So it's an annoying feeling when you're not warmed up and you want to play something that you could typically do and then you can't. So anyhow, building speed, I hate to be boring, but it's repetition, right? But you can also be smart about the movements, so super small movements. You can also be smart about plagiarizing, because let's face it, we all copy each other, especially when starting out. So be smart about that and copy the exact posture of your heroes when they play fast. So if you see Yngwie playing like this, you know, and you're gonna practice from like day one, it's not gonna be very fast. So maybe you're practicing. The problem is when you're playing like this, that's not something Yngwie would do. He would do it like this. And you need to look closely at all those videos out there, slow down the tempo and imitate that movement, even though you're practicing slowly. So. And there you can see a much smaller movement. And that kind of movement is going to convert to something faster. You know, that's what it's all about. So repetition, but be smart about your repetitions. That would be my advice. Bojack Kills, favorite pentatonic licks. Such cool requests. Have you eaten some super healthy soup today? Because I can't think of any other reason why you would have so many smart requests for me. Sorry. That was a really cheap joke. A cheap joke. But I have to rest my brain as well. So you could just view it as a brain fart while I rest. And I really have to warm up so I can show you all this cool stuff. Do up the tempo every 5 minutes or how? Yeah, no. Definitely not. The thing that's special about practicing speed on the guitar is that you cannot dictate how fast it's gonna be. You can only dictate how slow it's gonna be. And it has to be slow to the point that everything is clean. Then you can't do anything else but repeat and be smart about what I said. You can occasionally try to burst the speed just to show your body kind of what you're aiming for. But if you spend an unproportional amount of time, you know, playing too fast, then you're gonna get a horrible technique. So I always say it's like 80, 90% of playing below your comfort speed. You cannot push speed. There's no point in doing that if you want to sound good. I mean, if you want to sound bad, but then you don't have to practice at all. You can just do anything, right? The reason you're practicing is because you want to sound good. And if you want to sound good, there's no other option than to stay within your comfort speed. You know, that's the golden rule. So it's a cool question, Rabin. Like, do you increase the tempo every 5 minutes, just like you would maybe do at the gym? But it's very different. Some people like to try to approach it that way. But you can tell the ones who have a completely relaxed technique and who haven't pushed speed. You know, I'm not one of them. I try to fix it, but I did it the wrong way for many years and I had to go back and fix that bad technique. So it's getting better, but I wish I had done it right from the beginning. Let's try warming up a little bit more, and then we're going to do all these killer requests. Favorite pentatonic licks, fusion licks a la Alan Holdsworth. You're too kind, Rabin. Have you been eating a healthy soup? Sorry, man. I should stop. Nobody wants to hear my jokes. I guess that's the thing. When nobody wants to hear your joke, that's when you tell them all the time, because you're trying to push it onto people. It's a bit like that friend you have which always wants him to listen to you, or wants you to hear him or her play the same thing over and over because nobody wants to listen to it. I don't know, bad comparison. Okay, so that's a good follow-up question by Hot Satin on Facebook. When you get it clean and precise, how much should you speed it up so it stays that way? Very cool. You should never speed it up. The thing is, when you're ready to play fast, you're going to be like, whoa, it just worked. You know, or you're going to be like, you pick up the guitar, it's like, it feels better today. That's the kind of feeling you're looking for. It's never really going to happen when you push speed. Again, you can try increasing speed a little bit to show your body where the aim is, but a good portion of the time you practice, you really have to play slowly. That's when you teach your body the right way to do it. When I practice something and get good, but the next day I see myself, I can't play it. Why? That happens to all of us because progress isn't linear, you know? And actually, the more you do it, the more you see that it's consistently not linear. It's almost always the way you describe it. You have a really good session and you feel good about your abilities, and then you try to do the same thing the next day and you can't do it. And that has to do with a variety of different things. One of them being expectation. The first session, maybe you went in and didn't know how to do something, play something, and then you mastered it. It's like, yeah, I can do this. I feel good about myself. When you started the next session, you came into it and was expecting to play something, and maybe you did a decent job, but because your expectations were so high, you know, you didn't like it, and then you get this kind of negative reinforcement where because you're unhappy, it just makes everything worse, right? So what I do to try to counter that is to always expect that to happen and start on something new instead. So I almost always play something different in every session because I know that if I try to repeat the success of yesterday, it's not going to work. So that's the only method I found, but maybe someone else has a better way to approach it. Or if you don't, you could just tell us a really bad joke. That would be appreciated. So I'm not the worst here. Oh, there's an interesting one. Susan is saying, your lessons are really good, but they're way too complicated for me. Can we stop this? Please don't give it to me. I'm done. Was this the joke I was asking for? No, I sense you're not joking. Because, well, you know, it's impossible for me to kind of know what level you're at, whoever is looking at this. So I'm just going to shamelessly plug my courses where I do have like a point A, absolute beginner, and then we go to point very far away, which is advanced, and you have all the steps in between. But if, you know, if I'm teaching something here, I'm showing you like a short video, how can I know what level? You know, it's impossible. So for those kind of videos, I'm just throwing out random stuff. That's the only thing I can do. If you want the learning plan, if you want the learning path, then yes, it's my courses. I'm sorry for the plug. I'm gonna not mention it now for at least another 30 seconds. 1, 2, just kidding. Rock on, thank you, Fletch. Do you have a practice routine? My routine, cool question from Rabin, which is Rabin Hashim, asking a lot of good questions on the Instagram. Keep it up, man. I don't have a routine now, but that's also the routine, to not have a routine. I used to have like this long routine of hours of practicing where I would break things up into arpeggio, scales, legato, picking, sweep picking, improvisation, bending, whatever. Now, I don't do that because it doesn't inspire me anymore after 30 years. It's definitely, there was a time for that where that was right for me, but it's not anymore. So, yeah. So my routine is just to make sure I do something that inspires me to pick up the guitar. Sometimes that means not playing the guitar, just go outside for a walk for an hour and then play guitar, you know, if you have that kind of time, you know. So that's my routine. Always make sure I don't sit down with the guitar unless I'm inspired. Before I could push myself and just do exercises, whatever, but it doesn't work anymore, especially since now I do have pressure to constantly produce stuff that other people are gonna like. If you don't have that pressure, then sure, you can just do and sit and play something I'm inspired for 5 hours. But when I pick up the guitar, I want it to be inspired, I want it to be groovy, I want it to sound cool, and if I'm not feeling it, then I'm not doing it. So that's my routine. Play your favorite riff and then a frog. Why? What does that frog have to do with my favorite riff? Just have to ask. Sorry. I think we have 2 Taiwan flags here. Taiwan, what's up? You have our support. So many good questions. How to play glitch picking. I love it. I'm a new artist and I want to know when I perform because I'm trying to get some cover songs down. How do you memorize them without using sheet? Whew, so many good questions. I'm not used to this. I want to answer them all and then I end up answering none. That sucks. Anyhow, glitch picking is the easy one to answer, so I'll just go for that one. Choosing the easy way out today, I guess. So glitch picking is when you play, well, I call that glitch picking, when you play the same note with different fingers. And the way to practice that, I guess is pretty straightforward, right? Instead of just putting your finger on fret 12, you would like move it around like that. So you have use a whole bunch of different fingers to play the same note. Now the bigger question is, why would you want to do that? And it turns out this technique is pretty cool because once you master it and you play it fast, then it sounds a little bit different. You know, if you compare the like just one note to with there's something about that which sounds a little bit different. I don't know, something cool. So when you play that with arpeggios, like a C major triad arpeggios, then you get that interesting effect. Well, I wish I could play it. Like that. Again, I would have to warm up. Cool, hot satin. I am not standing guitarist. I am an outstanding guitarist. I prefer version 2. But it's good that you were joking a little bit as well, because I requested that. Thank you so much for your great words, by the way. Dead Man's Wife is contributing with yet another frog. So Hot Satin was asking about performing cover songs. And you were asking the wrong dude, because I hate cover songs. But I can say something general about memorizing stuff. Or no, I don't think I can, but I can try. Because, you know, if you're the kind of guitarist who needs to learn a whole bunch of songs and you have 1 week to master them, then, you know, I've never done that. And it's not, so I don't have a good method for that. I don't like force memorizing stuff. So if I need to come up with tricks to, you know, what to play, then something is wrong, you know. I want whatever I play to, you know, be played because it's something I like, you know. And then you don't struggle with memorizing stuff if you like stuff, right? It's like remembering the name of your girlfriend. It's like, oh, you have to write it down every time. It's like, oh man, what's her freaking name, you know? You should remember her name because you like her. And it's the same with these songs, you know. If I have to struggle with remembering the freaking song, then I shouldn't be playing it at all, especially not live on stage, you know. And the same goes for scales and all that stuff. Stop Fallow, Torch the Guitar. That's so hot. That's a cool song. Stop Fallow, Torch the Guitar. Stop. Torch the guitar. It's a pretty cool title right there, Macon. I don't think you did it on purpose, but you came up with a really cool song title. Eisenkiller. Do you have any advice for high and low cuts with plugins to prevent that digital harshness when playing distorted? Oh man, I can't make digital sound good at all anymore. I used to play the Kemper all the time, and I liked it, especially the control you had over the dynamics for the fast stuff. So it's like this big cheating box, you know. I could do stuff with it that made playing easier. But I'm sorry to say that it didn't do anything else good. I mean, no, wrong. It did lots of stuff good, but comparing to a tube amp, yeah, it's just the how handy it is, you know. That's the thing, you know. Convenience. It beats tube amp every time at convenience. But other than that, I can't stand them. But there are good sounding plugins, and the Kemper sounds good. Nothing wrong with how it sounds. But it's very easy to get a digital poor, like harsh sound whenever you start turning the knobs, you know. And the more powerful controls you have and the more diverse controls you have, the easier it is to just mess something up. And the opposite would be like a Fender amp with just 6 knobs, and however you set them, it pretty much sounds good. You know, so, and I've come to prefer that way of doing it, you know. So it's analog for me, and I couldn't tell you about the lows and high cuts. It depends on the chain, you know, if you don't cut the lows and then you hit the next gain stage with all the low end, that can be cool. I mean, in an analog amp, that's a way to get cool compression for soloing. But you could easily overload the plugin or even the analog amp, you know. It all depends, so it's very hard. But just being aware of that stuff is good, you know. In general, what I've come to find out is the more tone tweaking you have to do, the worse it is. The best thing is just if you can find something that gives you good tone to start with, and then tweak as little as possible on the way. That's the only thing that works for me. But maybe it's me and I'm crappy and my ears are bad, whatever. But I've found that if I start out with a really good sound and then record it with a good microphone and not too much in between, like different pedals and stuff, you know. And when I've recorded it, just maybe a little bit of EQ, maybe some compression if I'm recording something wild, like when I'm doing the cajon thing and trying to drum. You need a little bit of compression for that. But for guitar, no. Maybe an acoustic guitar a little bit, but for electric guitar, you don't need it, especially if you have like an amp plug-in. You know, so sorry, too much talking. Get Lucky, is that like the Mark Knopfler song? No, it isn't. Maybe. I'm answering my own question. And I gave myself the wrong answer, I think. How can I master bar chords? No matter how much I practice, I can't seem to get it. Bar chords. Okay. Why is it so freaking hard? It's supposed to be hard. It's a tricky thing. But here are some tricks for you. First of all, if you can't nail a bar chord, then try positioning that index finger further up or further down, depending on what you're currently doing, which I can't see because I'm not a spy. I'm not a Russian freaking spy. So I can't see what you're doing. But if you're doing like this, then move it down. If you're doing like this, then move it up. The reason is it's more or less easy to apply pressure on different parts of the finger. That's number one. Number two, you can actually try rotating it a little bit. This sounds weird, but if you're struggling with this, then chances are you're holding something weird. So, you know, again, I can't see you, but try rotating the finger. And the third tip, which might be the most important one, which begs the question why I didn't start with it, I don't know. You know, don't ask me. Nobody asked me. I asked myself, and I'm not going to answer. Sorry. I'm not crazy. Just so you know, I'm really not crazy. So it's the thumb, right? The thumb is super important. And again, I can't see you, but if you're holding the thumb up here, then that is the issue, right? And if you're holding it just a little bit there, that could also be the issue. So you're gonna wanna experiment with all three things I told you. Thumb placement, most important, should have started with that one. Finger placement, how far up is it? Angle. And if you combine all of those, chances are you will be able to play better than that. Just kidding. I don't have a good sound to demonstrate this. You know, that's a good start. And then you can try adding the fingers. But it's hard, you know. Hello there, D. Shrabone on Instagram. What's up? Pico, what's up? So many good people here. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It's driving me crazy. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Oh yes, Hot Satin has another good one. You know, the angle, right? So if you're sitting like this, you know, that's going to be harder than this. Try that as well, and it's going to make the things I said about trying different positions easier, depending on, again, how you're holding it now, which we don't know. So all of those factors come into play. And also a good piece of general advice is if you have to apply tons of pressure, then maybe, just maybe, you should try to soften things a little bit, because it's never good to, you know, if you have to apply lots of strength, then you're doing it wrong. So a good thing to do is just put the hand down for 2 seconds and then try again. That's a way to prevent this kind of overpressure, which we tend to see among beginners. I miss you, but I hate you. Not sure what that is, but it's a cool song title. Or maybe it's a comment. Maybe it's a statement aimed towards me. You miss me and you hate me. And that's a great song title if there isn't one already. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. I have to practice a little bit. Ouch. Man, this sounds so bad. I don't know what to do. How can you miss me when I won't go away? That's right. Very hard to miss someone who's always there. AI sim. Chris, what's that? Should I simulate AI? Finger X5, love you too, man, from the heart. Carlos, what's up? We got Wade Bond from America, that's awesome. Wie geht's? Ich bin ein gute Leute. Oh, sorry, wrong language. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm going to take away some. Cool, how Satin. Do take my techniques and use them for your album. But most importantly, you gotta share the album with us so we can listen to it all. That would be fun. Weil Van Halen. I don't know what that means, Carlos. Sorry, you have to translate for me. This is called silence playing. You just don't play as much. Woo! Woo! When I go for play 7 major scale, I can easily play on G major key, but when I change key, I can visualize like G major. 7. Okay, yeah, that's tricky. Moving the positions around, right? So G major. Then move that up to A major. So the way to do that is when you're learning a scale position, you should also learn where the root notes are. Because if you have that information, then you're just missing one final piece of the puzzle to freely move things around, and that is to know the name of the notes across the fretboard. So sometimes I get the question, do I need to learn the notes on the fretboard? No, you don't. Depends what you want to do, but it is super handy for various different situations, like you want to communicate with others, especially other musicians, but also when you want to move scales around, because if you know where those root notes are within a scale, then you can just match them to whatever key you're trying to play in. So if I know that in order to play the E minor pentatonic scale, I gotta make sure that this note here, where the root note is, it's gotta match the note of E, which it does. But if I want to play C minor pentatonic, then I gotta make sure that this note matches C, which is down here. So then I just gotta move all this pattern down to here. And the same is true for the G major scale, which you asked about, D sharp. I don't know if that makes sense, maybe a bit too fast. I'm rare today, I like it, I like it. Okay. What's the most difficult thing you can do? That is relative to whatever you consider difficult. But a lot of people, are asking for the technical stuff. So I think that picking is probably the hardest part. But in order to pick, you got to be in sync. And today I'm not that warmed up, so it's not a good day. But you can do the. I don't know, maybe that doesn't look as impressive as maybe something like that, but that is easier because it doesn't require the synchronization. The hard part is synchronizing. So that would probably, but I have to warm up for that. Cool, we got a follow-up question by Day Shrabon. who was asking about, you know, how do you change keys? And now he says, well, I was asking about 7 shapes. It doesn't matter if it's 1 shape or 7 shapes. The same rule applies. Within each shape, you have root notes, and those root notes have to be matched to the key. So it doesn't matter if I show you the easiest one, which is the first box in the pentatonic scale. Everybody knows it. That's why I showed you it. But it doesn't matter if it's like the 3rd box in the pentatonic scale. So that's the 3rd box of the pentatonic scale, and here is the E note, so I'm in E minor pentatonic. Now if I want that to be in something else, like B flat, then I have to find B flat and move it down. And all the other shapes that, you know, the adjacent shape, they're gonna follow. So the same rule applies. For each shape, you should know where the root note is, and then you can easily just move it back and forth. Finger X5, please never be sad for your live audience. I will always be with you, man. That's too kind, man. You must have eaten that healthy soup we spoke about. But thanks, man. The Phrygian scale, whether it's impressive, yeah, sure. I mean, if you're thinking about Phrygian dominant, it's a little bit harder than your regular mode or minor scale, and that's because there's a wider interval. So if you're playing like E Phrygian dominant, then you have this. That's hard, right? So you know, yeah, for sure. If you were to play that fast, it would be a little harder than like a regular minor scale. So, but it, you know, the hard part is again the hand sync. A wide stretch makes it a little trickier, yes. Yeah, synchronizing both hands at high tempos is technically tricky. But I think it's much harder to just play something slow in time. That's what I'm working on, because I've been working too much on this stuff, you know. So just play something in time is hard, really hard. So I don't know. A lot of times you don't realize how much you're struggling with timing until you try to record something that really sounds good. It's like, no, that note is wrong. So yeah, that's what I think is hard. Play perfect timing, very hard. And then of course, what is perfect, that doesn't mean you play like a computer. It just means the timing is the way you want it to, which is not like a computer, maybe like a behind the beat, before the beat, but just being in control of timing is hard. I don't know anything by Muse. I don't know anything by Whitesnake. I don't know anything about any other artists you can ask me about. Very sorry about that. If you want to leave, it's okay. There are other streamers who do know how to play that stuff, but I don't. Because I'm so incredibly bad. I'm bad. I'm really sorry. Well, you got a little bit of Michael Jackson. You can't complain. Woohoo! I do this stuff, I guess. So I guess that exempts me from having to play Michael Jackson. I don't know if that's even true. I just said it, which makes it true. The more you say something, the truer it is. So even if you start with untrue, it becomes true. It's so fantastic. Ouch. Yeah. Dead Man's Wife is really digging my humor today. Maybe just ate that soup I spoke about. Darkness, Perkele. Is that something Finnish? Sounds like fun. Is that like The Darkness? Football 911, funny moments. Thanks for checking in. So, how long does it take to play that fast? It's a bit like asking how long is a rope, you know. So many factors come into play. Most important one being dedication and practice time. That was plural. The most important ones are those two. So, but you know, it's often there's this general saying that if you want to get really good at something, you need at least 10 years. I think that's a good guideline, but people, spend a lot of time trying to learn how to play fast, and you can easily spend 10 years and it won't sound that good, maybe because you were pushing speed all the time. I didn't sound very good when I had been playing for 10 years. I had to go back and start cleaning everything up, That doesn't mean you wasted your time and your years. A lot of times it's the insights that matter and you need time for that. And shameless plug, that's why if you can steal an insight from someone else, that can save you a lot of time. Me, sorry. Ooh, where's the banana? So you were with us when we did the banana thing. The banana is in my tummy. I ate it. I can't do anything with it now. Is that the banana you were referring to? Can I play free bird? No, I can't. But I am for freeing the birds. So free them, even though I can't play them. Whitesnake is the vibe. Yeah, I think he was played for Whitesnake for like 1 or 2 albums. Great heart, great guitars with great work. Thank you, Finger X5. Big thanks, man. That was nice. That was chromatic. But it's fun if you can do those and then land in a good spot. Then it can sound pretty cool. Which I couldn't. Oh, I just realized I gotta practice this stuff. Are you asking me why I want the birds to be free? They're freaking made to fly. Of course they should be free. Are you into soulful music or just rock? Yeah, I like anything. These sessions seem to be a little bit shred oriented because it's so much easier to just shred with a metronome, and that's the kind of thing oftentimes I invite you guys to just tune in when I practice. But especially when I record stuff, it's not really this kind of thing. It's more of a well, it can be soulful. I'm working on an acoustic track. I can show you right now. I think it's soulful. Where's the track? Yeah, we got my man Uday. How is practicing going, mate? Uday has bought one of my courses and I'm forever grateful. I hope it's still working great for you. So here's the track I'm working on now. It has a funny break here. Let's take it from the break. So it has a funny break, but please bear with me. It gets better after the break. Oops, the wrong key. Wait, what's the key? So this is funny because it's me playing the cajon, however you pronounce cajon. So I'm doing everything. I'm playing the bass, the cajon, and these acoustic guitars. So I don't know if it's soulful, but it's not shredding at least. Is actually to not shred but play something soulful, though I have to admit now that I was shredding over it, maybe that's what I should do. I haven't decided yet, But this could work. I was actually thinking about maybe doing like an acoustic solo here, because the whole track is acoustic, so it would be cool to play unamplified, but you can, if you want to see the track, I can show you. Let me. So here's how it looks when I work on this. So you can see, this is me playing the cajon, and here's me playing bass, and here's some acoustic stuff. And you can hear there are some harmonies going, or so that's like a little harmony, and then the main acoustic guitar does this. And actually, the track starts kind of slow and you know, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's a little bit long. I'm not sure I know what to do over this area. We'll see. And here comes the bass guitar and the cajon, right? So here's me playing drums, and that's me playing bass guitar. Someone was asking earlier, you know, how do I do plugins and stuff? Well, I don't do plugins. So you can see here, let's see. There's a channel EQ, that's it. Just a little bit of EQ and a little bit of compression. 1, 2, 3. On the guitar here. But it's very little. And yeah, yeah, just EQ and compressor, that's what I use. And I try to avoid anything else. I can't, I don't know, it could just be a skill issue, obviously, but I think the more plugins you add, the worse it sounds. So yeah. Alex, man, you saw my old videos. 10 years back, you were showing us your technical stuff by funny theatrical way. Awesome, man, awesome. Those were the old days, yes. L45, 11:30. What are you guys saying? Soulful shredding. Thank you, Yude. It's going really good. It's very well structured. Thanks for hard work. Ooh, Yude. So you like my course, Smart Practice. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's that specific one is one of the most well, the biggest one, I would say, because you know, I really wanted to catch everybody in that one. So regardless if you're working on rhythm or lead or like more advanced lead, that would give you a practice foundation. And it also shows you how you can combine stuff. So if you're practicing lead, there's no reason why you shouldn't also learn scales and learn moving around the fretboard, because you practice all those at once. And that's why I call it smart practice, because you're smart about your practicing. So very cool, Yude. Looking forward to hear your updates, man. From Nepal, cool. So I actually had a developer and a guitarist, so that's cool. He started on the GMC site as a student, and then he actually helped redesign some of the mobile stuff on the GMC site. And he was from Nepal as well. Chandra Maharsan. I don't know how you pronounce that. So I have a little bit of Nepal experience. Good to see you, Noel Kalina. Long time no see, man. Thank you, Alex, for the love. It's mutual, man. So there you have it. Maybe we should play some more of this track so we don't only do the mindless shredding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just have to figure out the freaking key. Because I'm playing in C standard here. C sharp standard. do here. We'll see. Maybe I'm just gonna play electric over it. Like I said, thought I was gonna do acoustic, but then I realized it's so much easier to play electric for me. MK Dose 99, wie geht's from Germany? Oh, wait, Metallica feel. That's a great comparison. Thanks, man. Let's end it with that super bad note. So the last thing you remember from me is how I missed the ending note. That's a very wise move. Nobody's going to forget about you. And in these digital times, it's all about remembrance. People can remember you more than 5 seconds. You're good. So you're going to think of me as the dude who ended on that super bad note. And that's okay with me. I'm fine with it. I won't cry that much, I swear. Okay, we had a great session. I hope you forgive me for my antics here. After all, life is here for us to enjoy, not to be dead serious. So we should joke more. So, you know, if you're watching the replay, maybe you can answer with the best joke you know. That would be fun. You can make us all laugh. And it's okay to use copy and paste. We don't mind. No soup for you, that's right. End on a bad note, and there's no soup. So if you guys know a really good note, if you know a bad note, then end with it and do like me. But if you do know a good joke, then please type it here when we're done. It will be fun to know. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. I've been Christopher Dahl. Hope to see you soon again. There's my hand. You can't see it there, but you can see it here. That's so cool. Oh, just kidding. Have a good one. See you soon. Cheers.